what kind of feeling do you have on Sunday night? Are you excited about Monday morning? Are you dreading Monday morning? To me, that is kind of the binary question to ask that kind of indicates whether an employee is engaged.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Leader Without Borders podcast. Today it's a special episode. It's an episode in English. I'm recording this podcast in Unleash World event in Paris. We are partnering with Unleash, and today it's the Workhuman Forum. And I will let you listen the episode with Tom Libretto, who is the president of Workhuman, and will give us his vision of engagement and leadership. Hi Tom, thank you very much. I'm really happy to have you in the podcast, Leader Without Borders. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
We are here in Unleash and in the Workhuman Forum before Unleash in Paris. So first, can you please introduce yourself and explain what is your background in 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. First of all, my name's Tom Libretto. I'm the president of Workhuman. I'm responsible for all of our client and market-facing teams within the organization. I've spent my career in and around technology organizations, both in the consumer electronics space through business and enterprise software.
Yeah.
And love what I do here at Workhuman.
Okay. And maybe you can explain more about why you are sponsoring and you are partnering with Unleash. What are your expectations and your objective for this 3 days of forum?
Yeah, we've had great experience with this particular event for the past several years, and it's an environment where a lot of very senior HR professionals from around the world, come together to discuss what's here and now, what kind of challenges and issues they're dealing with. So we like to be part of that conversation. We like to help mold that conversation in a lot of ways. So we're showing up here in a big way.
Okay. Can you give me more details about Workhuman, what you are doing, what's the DNA of your company?
Sure.
And also the purpose?
Yeah, so our Workhuman is 25 years old. We started and still today carry the same mission, which is to make work more human. It's in the name, as we like to say. And really the way we go about doing that is we're a software vendor that offers employee recognition software to organizations around the world. And what that allows them to do is systematize gratitude within their organizations and make it a cultural, energizing experience for their workforce, so that employees are encouraged when they see values or success behaviors being demonstrated by their colleagues, they can call that out. They can recognize it. They can give an award for it, and that award becomes visible to their other colleagues. And in a way, it teaches an organization how to embed gratitude as a motivational driver throughout the workforce. And by doing so, we're able to prove time and time again that all manner of business outcomes are essentially improved when those cultures of gratitude take root, whether it be business performance, productivity, employee engagement, loyalty and connection to their colleagues and their organization or the company they work for, retention, top talent retention, you name it. All of those things are impacted positively by embedding these cultures of recognition within your organization.
Okay. You talk about employee engagement. We did a study around the world.
Yeah.
We interviewed 300 HR director and CEO around the world. You link that to recognition. Personally, first, what it means to be engaged at work. Why are you waking up every morning?
Right. Well, I think 100% you're right. Everyone has a slightly different definition of what engagement means for them. And every company will describe it a bit differently from another company. For me, it means that I like to say what kind of feeling do you have on Sunday night? are you excited about Monday morning, or are you dreading Monday morning? To me, that is kind of the binary question to ask that kind of indicates the whether an employee is engaged. And then you see time and time again measurement of engagement, typically in that, in a little bit of the old way of surveying employees, asking them questions about how engaged they are or aren't, but getting a sense of the signals that tell you whether that's true or not in the flow of work is really what we're about with employee recognition.
Okay, how do you engage your team? You motivate everyone in the company. You create this spirit and this engagement on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just look, we're a software provider for employee recognition, which ultimately we can correlate to higher levels of employee engagement. But there are other drivers and factors every single day within a team and the dynamics of a team that help that team be engaged with each other and with the company. So how transparent and communicative the manager is, or how substantive and rewarding is the work itself. Right? There's loads of factors, as you will have heard in your interviews, that influence and impact an individual employee's engagement. But we've found that systematizing gratitude is also a big one.
Okay. And about this recognition and gratitude things, can you maybe explain if you have a specific innovative practice that help you to engage people in your customer environment or in your company?
hmm Like any software product, as a software vendor, we're super focused on making sure that the product is used.
Hmm.
And it doesn't just sit on the shelf, and the HR department launches this program and then people forget about it and never use it. So we spend an inordinate amount of time partnering with every single client we work with to make sure that the program itself is designed to achieve certain outcomes, certain business outcomes, certain participation outcomes, and we help them launch that program to great fanfare around the organization, often with support and an initial award from the CEO themselves, um, essentially giving everyone in the organization permission to give each other gratitude. And when we see those kind of those best practices followed, most of our clients will achieve 80 to 90% of regular usage of the platform across their entire employee population.
How do you consider and insert the cultural differences in your software? Because it's human basis,
Hmm.
but how do you consider the difference of the culture and the country? Because you don't engage and manage someone in US like in I don't know, in Vietnam or in France, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, we encounter it all. The most of our clients are large multinational organizations that have employee populations all over the world. So when we deploy a recognition platform for a large multinational organization, it is not a one size fits all. Yes, the capability for each employee to recognize each other is universal. However, the ways in which people are comfortable receiving recognition varies widely, and sometimes that's geographically oriented. In other cases, it's just different people have different styles and are more comfortable than others with receiving highly social praise and recognition. So we work with our clients to understand those unique cultural differences in where every single one of those employees around their organization live and work, and we modify the program so that it meets their needs, and they can control the privacy, as an example of how public a piece of gratitude is or not. Or in some cases, like Germany, where there are highly structured rules that are governed by works councils within a lot of these large organizations. Will take the broadcast feed down in those markets because it's not allowed. So we can configure the tool to work for everyone around the world, around these large organizations.
Last question. So we talk about cultural differences. There is another thing that impact company now. It's a new tool, not very new, but the AI impact on company. How do you integrate AI in your software, and how do you help your customer to engage people and help them to recognize people with AI?
hmm Yeah, it's great. So we embed different AI tools and techniques throughout the product, and in a lot of cases, you don't actually see it. It's working behind the curtain, so to speak. But essentially, our recognition homepage we call the Culture Hub, which is where employees land and they see all of the best recognition happening around their organization, is AI powered. We're doing detailed statistical scoring around the impact, specificity, and emotional impact of each recognition award that's being given. And we're personalizing it for every single unique employee. So when I hit the homepage, I see a different set of examples than you would. So that's AI behind the scenes that is making that a hyper personalized experience, and by result, a more effective. It's going to inspire me more than it will if I was seeing the same thing that everyone else was seeing. In other cases, we're exposing real AI interfaces to end users so that they can query the recognition database for lots of different types of talent insights, skills information about employees that work in my department, or the characteristics of what someone's future potential might be in the organization. By analyzing all of that recognition data with a recognition optimized large language model and putting a set of prompts on top of it, we can start to glean out of that recognition data loads and loads and loads of different talent intelligence, if you will, across an organization. And that's an area where we've heavily invested in AI technology.
Thank you very much, Tom. It was a pleasure to discuss with you today.
Yeah, thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.